What's up, gamers? This video is going to be a little different than normal because today I'm going to be giving you a full tutorial on my Kovaaks routine and the reasons I think it's so beneficial. Keep in mind that this video is completely subjective, however I do think that it will help a lot of people who are new to PC, especially those actively looking to improve their aim. With that being said, this is Fatal Glitch and welcome to my tutorial. Okay, so Kovaaks is an FPS trainer, or first-person shooter, that can be purchased on the Steam website. I know it's not free, but I promise if you're dedicated to improving, it's 100% worth it. So first thing you're going to want to do is calibrate your sensitivity. So what I did was I played Tile Frenzy over and over again for like a week and a half straight. And I just played it until I felt comfortable with a certain sensitivity. You can go to your settings and you can turn the sensitivity up or down to whatever you prefer. But once you get to that point, what you want to do is you want to lay a tailor's tape down on your mouse pad and you want to measure your mouse across the mouse pad to measure out your 360. You're going to get a measurement in centimeters or inches, be as accurate as possible, and then you're going to write that down. You're gonna basically record it. You never want to lose that number unless you plan on changing your sensitivity. Once you get that sensitivity, it's really important because you can transfer that sensitivity to any other game. Sensitivities are never consistent. The scale is never consistent from game to game. So in Kovaaks, it's going to be one number. In COD, it's going to be another. I think in Kovaaks, mine's like a 1.45, and in Call of Duty, it's like a 4.86. So it's really important because it's going to make you more consistent when it comes to aiming. You're going to do all your exercises at one sensitivity, and if you transfer it, it's going to feel the same. It's not going to feel faster. It's not going to feel slower, so you won't be off. But that's a really important thing to do, and I can tell you 100% that it took me a while to do that at first, until it was recommended to me by a friend. And once I did that, I immediately saw improvement in my aim. Okay, so now that you've got that concept down and you've calibrated your sensitivity, hopefully at one point, the first exercise I always do when I load up Kovaaks is, of course, Tile Frenzy. It is the most basic exercise, but I think it helps a ton. It is insane. Tile Frenzy has more use than just being than just calibrating. It's a really good exercise for making quick flicks and small adjustments, and it is easily the most popular exercise in Kovaaks. I mean, almost everyone plays Tile Frenzy, or at least a variation of it. There's Tile Frenzy Jumbo, there's Tile Frenzy Extra Small or Mini or something like that. They're all really good, and they're all kind of based on preference. I just use regular Tile Frenzy. I don't use Jumbo or Mini, but it's really good for training for flicks and just small adjustments when you have multiple targets in one window. Okay, so the second exercise that I always do after Tile Frenzy is Tile Frenzy 180. 180 is basically a more realistic form of Tile Frenzy. It focuses on the same things, but in a more advanced setting. It adds the effect of having to adjust and focus on targets that were previously out of sight. So as you can see when I'm training, you have your field of view and you have targets to the left, and then whenever you rotate or you flick to a target in the middle, then you have targets on the right that pop up out of nowhere. And that happens in games too. You'll be shooting at one person and then you go to shoot at someone else, and then another one pops up, and it just helps your eyes adjust. It helps you get used to adjusting your arm and just the flicks and the accuracy. It's awesome when you do this exercise and you can see the improvement. You can play the challenges and record scores in pretty much any exercise in Kovaaks, and it's really cool to play those challenges and see your score rise as you're improving. It feels really rewarding. Moving on to the third exercise in my routine is Ascended Tracking V3. Center tracking V3 is crucial to having good aim. No target in an FPS game is just going to stand still and let you shoot them. They're going to move 100%, unless they're just a complete bot. But that doesn't happen often, especially in Call of Duty. Not Overwatch, not Apex. In Fortnite, it's a little bit of a different story, but being able to track a target, though, even slightly predict their movements, which is what this exercise is all about, is definitely a game changer. For beginners, when you hop in, I just recommend opening the settings and just turning down the time scale a little bit from 1 to 0.75. It'll just help you kind of get adjusted to tracking and overall just your sensitivity in general and your aim. Once you start to get a little more comfortable and confident in your skills, you can turn it back up to 1 and just regularly practice. And when you start to feel even more comfortable, you can even turn it up. But definitely throw this in your practice routine. There's other tracking out there. Obviously, most of them are much more difficult, so this is a really good one for beginners. So I'd say stick with this one. But once you get up in levels, definitely look up. Just go to the search bar, go to Google, go to YouTube, type in more like harder exercises if you're trying to improve past that level, if you think that this is too easy for you. But this is just one that I recommend. This is one that I do just about every day. Finally, for my fourth and last exercise that I usually do when I practice is 1 wall 6 targets small. So for any of you who have followed my TikTok, followed Twitter, and seen any of the clips that I posted, even some of the stuff on YouTube, this is exactly how I've gotten good at adjusting for sniper headshots on Warzone. 1 wall 6 targets is really good for hitting small targets. It's the whole concept basically is tile frenzy, but way small, in the sense of moving your mouse quick to the target area, slowing down and adjusting to that target as fast as you possibly can to get the quick hit, and then move to the next one, get the quick hit, move to the next one, get the quick hit. It's really good just to be able to hit small things precisely when sniping, and it helps your regular aim too. It really does. If you just want to focus on small parts of a body from range with a regular gun, even though you have to deal with a little more recoil, like even just those initial first couple shots, if you hit the head, you know what I mean, it's going to help you out in the long run. So that's what this exercise is for. It's done amazing things for me. It's the reason I've hit a lot of the shots that I've hit 100%. Like, I do this every time I practice, and I notice improvement without a doubt. So yeah, these are definitely the main 4 that I try to practice daily for at least 30 minutes at a time. I've seen recommendations to sometimes go even longer. It's all kind of personal preference more than anything. And I do mainly always do these 4, but you know, there might be a day where I say, hey, I don't want to do 180, so I'll just go straight to tracking. And I might switch 180 with like another exercise. You know, I might look up on the internet something else that might help, try something a little bit harder for once and see how I do on that. It's just trial and error more than anything. But these are the main 4 that I truly believe are really good for beginners and that will help you compete in FPS games more easily. And if they work for you, let me know. Like, I would love to hear on the improvement that you guys have made, and to know that this video actually helped people. But as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and definitely please leave a comment in the video if you've ever used Kovaaks before. Let me know your favorite Kovaaks exercise. Maybe it's one that I didn't mention, maybe it's one that I've never even heard of. Let me know. I'll try it out, definitely. I'm always looking for new stuff to try and more ways to improve. But I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching.